welcome to Viti Vibes, your very own show which caters Fijian youth. We are both your hosts. I'm Pranay,
I'm Rebecca.
and we are your educational informants of television. If you're in the ages between 12 and 30, then this show is right for you. We will be talking to you about school. On the note of school, school's starting in 2 weeks. Are you ready for it?
I'm pretty ready.
I'm ready to go into my second year. Wow, second year already. Second year of university. Damn, I feel old.
Kind of.
Thanks. And I really hope that all of you are protected because COVID-19 is a very serious thing. I hope at least you guys have one dose, if not two. And it's really important to have it.
According to Dr. Bonnie Henrys, our BC Health officer, the people who are most infected with COVID-19 are between the youth ages of 20 and 40. These people either have one dose or haven't bothered to get vaccinated. We both are vaccinated and urge everyone else to get yourself vaccinated as well. With the numbers skyrocketing between 700 to 800 a day during this variant, which is transmittable than the first COVID-19 virus.
Happy Raksha Bandhan, also known as Rakhi. This is a Hindu festival which celebrates brotherhood and love. It is celebrated on the full moon of the lunar calendar year. The word Raksha means protection, while Bandhan means the verb to tie. Traditionally, during the festival, sisters tie a Rakhi, a bracelet made of red and gold threads, around a brother's wrist while they celebrate their relationship. It is believed that once a woman ties a Rakhi around the hand of a man, it becomes obligatory for him to honor his religious duty and protect her. Later on, my sister and my cousin, she will be tying a Rakhi on my wrist, and you really don't want to miss that.
Today's guest is Davina Baines. She's going to be talking about mental health and relationships.
Hello and welcome back to Viti Vibes TV. I'm your director and host, Shannon Permal. Thank you for sticking around with us today. And today I actually have a very special guest with me, and her name is Davina Baines. So, hello Davina.
Hey!
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. How are you doing?
Good. I just finished moving yesterday.
Nice. So I know you had quite a hectic day yesterday.
Yes.
And so being able to come in today, I really appreciate you taking the time out to do that.
Of course. I love you.
Thank you. So anyways, I'll let you actually start off. You can tell the audience a little bit more about yourself, give kind of a brief bio.
Cool. Hi guys. My name is Davina. I'm 24 years old. Currently I work at a daycare. I want to be a social worker. I plan to go back to school for it hopefully next year. I'm a very big mental health advocate. I have borderline personality disorder, depression, anxiety, undiagnosed PTSD. I feel like I have symptoms of it, and suicide ideation. What else? I'm the oldest of four. My hair's pink. I've known Shannon since I was 18 years old. We were a part of the Miss Fiji Canada pageant.
Yes.
So that's how I know Shannon. So it's been a really, really long time. I actually lived with her for a while. So that's how close we are. And I'm happy to be here.
That's covered all the bases basically right there. That was a great introduction. So today we're actually going to be talking about a pretty significant topic. It's about relationships and mental health and how relationships can affect our mental health. So today, I know you've had a roller coaster ride because we've known each other for so long, and I get to...
So you know all the ins and outs.
I know everything.
Teeny tiny little details.
All of it. Yeah, so I want to, kind of talk about, relationships, not just romantic relationships. There's so many different kinds. There's, friendships, parents, families, friends, all of it, right? So we're here to talk about relationships in general a little bit. So I guess the first thing I want to ask is, what brings, what is so drawing about this topic to you, relationships and mental health? Because I know you're a very vocal mental health advocate.
I guess because I've been suffering myself for so long. I've been dealing with this since I was in high school. I feel like before that, I've been talking to counselors and therapists for as long as I can remember. And I know that a lot of people aren't able to get help, and it's very, very scary. It's expensive. It's hard to open up when you've never really talked about things before. So I'm lucky enough, I'm blessed enough to have been able to get so much help, over the course of the years that I've learned so many valuable skills, and that's why I am the way that I am, and I'm able to talk about things so freely because of all the help that I've gotten. So I feel that if I'm personally in the position to help people and share those same things that I've been taught, why shouldn't I? Because I know that I'm not the only one suffering. And I feel like now that we've all gone through this global pandemic together, I feel like more people are understanding the weight and the heaviness that mental health has. And if I can destigmatize it even a little bit, then I feel like that's my duty as a human being.
Yeah, that's wonderful, yeah. And even, like, relationships, people during this pandemic has really taken a toll, whether it have been strengthening the sense of community or breaking down, like, relationships that you thought were, like, real.
Yeah.
And it's crazy what this, like, past year and a half, almost 2 years, has done to us. But, yeah, that's crazy. But anyways, I want to ask you, first things first, how would you personally define a healthy relationship?
Communication is a really, 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 really important part. If you guys are not able to talk to each other, whether it's your friend, whether it's your significant other, whether it's your parent, your employer, it's really hard to speak up and to say how you're really feeling. Because I know for me personally, this is something that I deal with, is boundaries. Being able to set boundaries, being able to tell people how I feel, being able to say no. I carry a lot of guilt and I feel bad, and so I often put myself in positions where I don't want to be there or I don't want to do something. But because I'm unable to communicate that, I'm stuck, and then my mental health goes down because I'm stressed out, I'm anxious, I don't feel good. So communication is a really big one, and boundaries as well. And I feel like that goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
being
absolutely.
able to set your boundaries, being able to tell people what they can and cannot do around you, what you feel comfortable with. And it's hard because I feel, I don't know, our whole lives from kindergarten to grade 12, we are taught and we are told what to do. And then when you're older, you have to make those decisions, and you have to tell, you know, and it's hard. Because, I don't know, I feel like we don't really learn those skills as well as we should be.
Yeah, so I want to ask you, like, so what are, like, some, I guess, toxic signs, red flags, or where you kind of figure out how to draw the line?
I'm personally still learning how to draw those lines. Things that I have learned, my last counselor that I had, she taught me, and she was the one that told me that I was actually in a toxic, abusive relationship. Because I was in a relationship with someone for almost 4 years. And so my formative years, I was in fight or flight mode. And so she told me things like not respecting my boundaries when I say certain things, and, you know, there's questions, being told what you can and cannot do. And, like, you can't talk to this person, or I don't want you to talk to this person because that makes me feel this way, or I mean I feel like if they explain why, it's different. But in general, like, telling you what you can or cannot do, like, they're your parent, that's your friend or your significant other, that's not the same type of relationship. What else? Red flag wise? Oh my goodness. Obviously name calling, laughing at you when you're breaking down, not listening to you.
I think for me, one of the key aspects of not just a romantic relationship, not just a friendship, like any kind of relationship you have with a human, I think my thing is, like, you treat people the way they want to be treated. And I think a lot of the times people don't remember. It's a simple thing we learn in elementary school, right? It's like the platinum rule, right? But the thing is, people think, like, no, if I'm okay with this, like, you should be too. But the thing is, like you said, boundaries, right? Not everybody has the same boundaries. Everybody has a different set of morals, comes from a different background, experience, and everything, right? So I think, like, for me personally, it's always been, like, making sure you treat others the way they want to be treated. Ask them about what they prefer, how they would like for you to communicate with them, and, like, respect them, right?
Exactly.
Because I think that's so important. People forget that. They just expect that, oh, if it's okay with me, it's okay with everybody kind of thing. And they kind of do that mindlessly. Sometimes it's ill-intended, but sometimes, you know, like, it's just something, like, kind of so mindless, habitual, right? But I think that's kind of my take on that.
No, that's fair. And it's also, like, I feel like that's how you get to learn what type of people you want to be around. Because if there's a lot of, if there are a lot of issues and you can't seem to find a common ground, as much as you want a friendship or relationship with someone to last because you have love for them and because you care for them, there's a certain time that you have to let go because you have to realize that you're just not the same people.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That is
It's okay to be in different stages of your life. It's okay to have different outlooks on things. But maybe you guys shouldn't be friends, or maybe you guys shouldn't be together because there are other people out there like that.
Like-minded, yeah.
Like-minded. And if that is how you think and there's a certain way that you think, you should branch out and go find
Absolutely.
those type of people.
Yeah, I think definitely some people, like, especially with friendships too, they are like decide to stick around because it's, oh, I've known this person for so long, right?
Exactly.
But some people just outgrow
Comfort.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you try to fit yourself into this tiny box, but you need to grow.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. So I want to ask, like, based on all your personal experiences with your friendships, relationships, whatever it may be, what is, like, the main, like, top thing that you kind of learned out of it, like a lesson?
Taking care of me first. Because I have an issue with putting everybody else in front of me and doing things for everybody else and being so selfless, but I'm the one suffering. And that's why I have had so many breakdowns behind the doors and very public.
Yes.
Reasons why I've been to the psych ward so many times, reasons why I have, you know, self-harm scars, that I'm comfortable with. They're there. They're not going to go anywhere,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you've definitely, like, made it a long way.
Exactly. From, like, being down here to being able to now move into my own place where I live by myself and have a stable job and have a group of friends that love me, and I have such a better relationship with my family. And that was one thing that hurt me so much because I love family.
Yeah.
And it always hurt me that I wasn't close enough with mine. So when I learned to take care of myself, all those other things that I was worrying about completely fell into place.
Yeah. That's
And I'm sitting here like, how? How did it happen? None of it feels real, but I couldn't be more prouder of myself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm very happy hearing this, that everything's falling into place for you, because I know you work so hard and all these things. And it's definitely, like, I think a lot of people feel that it's selfish to take care of yourself first. And that's something that we need to be able to normalize more. It's not being selfish. It's taking care of yourself. That's all it is. Because at the end of the day, if you keep handing out help to everybody, then you're not going to be able to give yourself the help that you need.
Exactly.
And it's like the saying, like, you have to always replenish the well, right? That where the water comes from for yourself before you can give water to other people, right?
Because if you're empty, you have nothing to give anybody else.
Absolutely. So we're just about to wrap up, but I just want to ask you, like, do you have any last message or word of advice for our viewers that maybe be going through something or having struggles or strains on their relationships?
Always take the first step. Communicate. If you need help in any way, go get that help. Because when I was younger, I didn't want to talk about anything. I was sitting in therapist's office, not saying a word, just looking at them, waiting for the clock to run out, just silent while they were asking me questions because I was so uncomfortable. But once you make that first step in whatever it is, telling your friend no, telling your parents, you know, I know it's a little bit harder with parents, but being able to set boundaries, I feel like that's the first step. Once you feel comfortable doing that, I feel like you can take on the world.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was beautifully said. Thank you, Davina, so much for sharing that with us and being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you guys for tuning in for today. We'll see you right after this.
We have some public service announcements, so jot down the numbers and events. The Fiji Disaster Relief Society is holding a fundraiser and a plow drive on August 22nd at 8927 152nd Street in Surrey. A chicken plow with tomato chutney is only $10, and we know the price, it won't last. So at the same time, if you'd like to make a donation, a receipt will be issued. This fundraiser is in aid of helping people in Fiji who lost their jobs due to COVID-19. The money will be sent to grocery stores, and from there they'll make arrangements to have it delivered to those in need. For more information and tickets, please call Camila Singh at 604-537-5123, Kevin Chand at 604-562-4569, or Ishrad Khan at 604-841-5451.
Fiji Disaster Relief Society, in partnership with Fiji in Focus, will be celebrating Fiji's 51st Independence Day on October 9th at the Kanna Banquet Hall. For more information, please call Camila Singh at 604-537-5123, Kevin Chand at 604-562-4569, or Andy Chand at 604-825-8261.
Canadian Federation of Fiji Organizations is hosting their annual Gala Awards on October 24th. We're expecting nominations for 4 categories. 1. Community Leader. 2. Organizational Leader. 3. Innovative Business Award. And 4. Youth Volunteer Award. The deadline for nominations is August 31st. Their nomination forms are available on their website at www.cfofo.ca. For more information, contact them at cfofo@gmail.com.
Summer School for Dancers is taking place from August 23rd to 27th at the Royal Principal Ballet Academy at 501 Columbia Street in New Westminster. For more information, please contact them at info@royalcityyouthballet.org.
If you have any announcements that you'd like to make for our youth for us to be aware of, please send it to us.
My email is praneysharma8714@gmail.com.
And mine is rebecca.sing8@icloud.com.
Sadly, we ran out of time. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we love bringing it to you. Remember, this is your show, and it's also our show. So if you'd like to be a part of it, behind the screen, or be a part of it in general, please let us know. We're always looking for energetic youth who are really good role models, and would love to make our community better.
Don't forget to watch Viti Vibes every Thursday at 10 p.m. and again on Sundays at 4:30. This show only airs on Shaw, and for whatever reason, if you don't have Shaw, we will be uploading the show on social media such as Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. No show is complete without your support from the community, so we're looking for sponsors to sponsor the show. For sponsorship, please contact our producer Camila Singh at 604-537-5123. And for in-studio guests, please call Pranay Sharma or myself.
I'm your host, Pranay Sharma,
And I'm Rebecca Singh.
and we are signing off. Thank you for this weekend, and I hope you stay tuned and stay healthy, and we'll see you next weekend. Also, happy Rakhi to all your family, and I hope you see all of you at the Plow Drive. Also, Viti Vibes is a media sponsor of Plow Drive, and we will be here to help our beloved Fiji. Thank you very much. Hey guys, welcome back. Now it's time for my cousin Elvina Prasad to come in and tie my Raksha Bandhan.
ऐसे कभी ना गुमसुम सी रही भाई बिना लगे है जैसे अभी नजारे देखे राखी पर्व के बांधे जो कोई बहना गर्व से तो फिर हवे पगली गमज़दा ये क्या हुआ कभी एक बहना तरसे जो होता एक भाई घर में तो
Let's go. All out of state, 20 man, they never seen that. Ain't fat, dope and shut your fingers, then you lean back.